One, two, three. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition, episode 7 of the Megan and Dave Untitled podcast. I am your host, Megan, and as always with me is Dave.
I
Alright, so I'm going to jump the gun a little bit here because I can. This is my show and Dave's show, and we can talk whatever we want to talk. Alright, first things first. And Dave and I were just talking about this before we actually went on air. I opened a Curious Cat the other day. Obviously, some questions were wrestling questions, which I had the pleasure of talking about. Some were photo shoot questions, which obviously Balcony Visuals Podcast is up in the joint. Or Balcony Visuals, I should just say. We post that we don't have a clue where to get high quality photos. Obviously, there were some hateful and bitter comments in that out there, and I think the last part was directed at this podcast. Now, this is week 7, episode 7. Split 2 and 2, week 7, episode 7. First, Dave and I appreciate the feedback. This show rocks. This show, is pretty good. A question that got us popped out was, would we go live for call-in?
go live for Collins. We need to get comments first.
We need it. Okay, every show needs feedback. Was it a good show? Was it a bad show? What did you like about the show? Did you agree with our opinions and everything like that? We just started a Twitter, and if you're on Wild Candy Visuals, the Twitter, which obviously Dave should retweet it from there too when we post the show, that's where we got it from. And obviously, I have to do that more on Facebook and Twitter. We just recently got a graphic from my friend Janine on Twitter because we needed a graphic because we looked naked on our Twitter page. That has to be done. But the thing is, we're not going to do live and call-ins or whatever it's called, like the past shows, like Diva Dirt Live. Shouts out to them back in the day. Or other podcasts out there that do call-ins. I know United Toughness Alliance, which is an East Fed, they used to do call-in shows on Blog Talk Radio and Mixler. And obviously, if you guys remembered, if you guys followed us from the original Wild Kitty Vision podcast, Mixler was our home for the time being, but due to some things that happened that I cannot go into because of matters that I don't want legally towards me, we got kicked off, and that's why we went on YouTube. But like I said, every show deserves feedback. What did you like about the show? What didn't you like about the show? Is Dave's voice annoying? Can you hear me? Is there too much commotion in the background? We can't succeed without feedback. Bottom line is this. I don't want to sound like a dickhead or anything like that. And I don't want to draw people away.
Let me pull it back there. It's not a case of we can't do the show without feedback. It's more like we can't improve the show without feedback.
Yeah, okay, that's what I meant. I got confused right there. I'm so sorry, guys. Do you like the cursing? Do you like the edginess? What do you like about the Untitled podcast?
Hell, even on YouTube, we still accept comments that are like, spam or something like that. It's like, oh, this show is terrible. You should, go into a hole or something like that.
But however, I will not, and I'm sure Dave will not tolerate this as well, hateful comments. Fuck you, fat bitch. You should die. Yada, yada, yada. All that hateful stuff.
Oh, none of that.
None of that. We don't approve of that. Fuck you, white bitch, and everything like that. You could say fuck you, Megan. I could say fuck you right back. But I don't encourage that. But here's the thing. We can't improve without show feedback. We've gone 7 weeks, 7 videos. We don't even have our own theme song yet. And no, I'm not going to pick a freaking Britney Spears, a Katy Perry, Christina Aguilera, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. No disrespect. Dave knows I'm a big Disturbed fan. Thing is, if we do a theme song, that gets flagged. So
that's a problem. But we're on YouTube though, so it's like we can't just take one of their songs and use it on our show because we got taken down right away.
Unless somebody creates a rap for us or a theme song for us, that'll be okay. But here's the thing. we can't improve without feedback. You know, Dave and I will try our best to retweet the show once it goes up. Thing is, we can't improve without feedback. That's what I mean. And you know, what else was I gonna say? Another thing was people asking me, when is the new show go up? Obviously, we do it Wednesdays because that's when we record. That's when Dave's off and I get home at a certain time. So we try to level out. We're actually doing this on a Friday for the second time. The reason why, you
Recording
know,
on a Friday, by the way.
recording on a Friday, excuse me. The reason why we are doing this now because obviously I had to take a mental day because obviously work gets to you. And that's the only thing I'm just going to say with that. Work gets to you, and you don't want to do this. So I had to take a mental day. Obviously, I'm fine now, but things like that happen. You know, don't be like a person that harassed myself. When are you going to do the show? When I was at work out of all places. I'm not going to talk about wrestling when I'm at work, basically.
I will say that it's like it's we're trying to keep a schedule, and you know we're trying to maintain Wednesdays, but like stuff happens. Like we're trying to do Wednesday. I know we're doing a better job keeping a schedule here than we did in the last show, but but I think it's like it's one of those things where we'll try to do it on Wednesdays, but stuff could come up, and also keep in mind it's like you know we both got jobs, both got our own lives, and we're on different continents. So, you know, we're on. Yeah. So also that, but we're not going to leave you out, out of the loop if something does happen. Like if we go out and follow the Twitter, we'll put like I did here. If something happens, we're not gonna put it on a regular day. We'll put it up there. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, we're gonna be delayed. It could come out later on. We'll say that. I should actually put up on there saying it's gonna be coming out soon. Sorry.
Okay, but
but yeah, actually, but I will say that harassing thing actually reminds me of something that happened to me because if you follow two of us, I work on fan sites myself, for some wrestlers, and like for some reason I had one to the last week where I had somebody on the Becky Lynch site I work on. Someone kept messaging that site saying, when are these specific screen captures, this set of screen captures going to come up? And weirdly enough, it was captures for the house show, the video of the house show where before Elimination Chamber, when Becky jumped the rail to attack Charlotte and then got beaten down herself, like injured and all that. But the weird thing with that one was there was captures of that I already put up because the segment got shown before the Ronda match. So I said, here, there's some pictures there. But then it was like, he kept asking, when are you going to put this specific video up? When are you going to put it up? When are you going to put it up? When are you going to put it up? And kept asking and asking and asking. So it's like, calm down.
That's not a block.
Calm down. Like, it's like, I'll do it. Like, I'll do it. But like, some people gotta realize that it's not the only thing that we do. It's like the people that do fan sites, and we know a few apart from us. We all got our own lives. We all got jobs. We all got families. We all got this other stuff and all that. So it's like we can't just completely stop everything that we're doing just to do this one thing. We'll do it when we can, but don't be harassing us about it. Like even here, don't be harassing us if the show is late. Don't harass us if we don't do call-ins or anything like that. Don't harass us if you don't agree with what we say. Don't harass us for me rambling. We're known for rambling. We're also known for going off topic and staring at behinds. I had to bring it up. So don't harass us. It's if there is something you want to bring up about the show, fine, bring it up. But like, be civil about it.
And it's like, why does Megan like Finn Balor? What's not liked about him?
It more so like somebody's gonna put up a comment saying, why doesn't she shut up about him?
Cause he's my favorite.
You got your warning, folks.
He's my favorite. I will talk about him, and I also point out flaws about him. Like every time I go hard in on Seth Rollins and hard in on Becky Lynch, and by the way, I may have to go hard on Roman here, which I don't want to because he just got back. We're just gonna give an introduction here. But we do go on a tangent. We do rant. So that's how we provide the show. But here's the thing. Bottom line is this. And I was to say, in conclusion of this whole hypothesis, or whole thesis statement.
Whoa! Whoa, what happened there? I think we just lost her.
No, I'm here.
Yeah, no, we just heard a loud crackle just there.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is again.
Alright.
Technical issues, everybody.
Hello?
Okay.
Okay, so the other thing is this. Bottom line is this. Without feedback, we won't improve.
Yes.
That's the thing. Alright, so.
I'll say this right now. I know that it's all about improving all of that. The audio sound, the audio quality on Megan's side at least, not that great right now, but work in progress. We've had technical issues before we started here, including a phone breaking, basically.
Whose phone broke?
Yours. Didn't you say something? Oh yeah, charge or whatever broke.
Yeah.
So please excuse that.
Please excuse our part of interruption. Megan is having difficulties. Anywho.
Anyway.
Back to our show. Okay, back to the show. Alright. Now we're back.
Yep.
Let's get going.
So, work on the shows then?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we go to Raw, and the first thing that shows up is Roman Reigns returns.
Basically, he's
first time since
October.
October. So that's 5 months away. Long story short, he came back, and he says he's in remission, so I guess he's back.
He's back. Fans are going nuts, but obviously, no disrespect to Roman or anything. It's bad. That cancer sucks and everything like that. Richard, you alright?
You're muffled again, if you can fix that, by the way.
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but yeah.
Okay, so no disrespect to Roman or anything like that. I'm glad he defeated cancer and everything. Cancer is not something you want to mess around with. And I hate that word big time. But I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to sound disrespectful or anything like that. But as soon as I knew that was going to be your intermission, this is automatically just turned into the Roman Reigns show.
Yeah, it's probably like some people's like not to make it look like a bad thing or anything like that, but I'm sure that there are a couple people that think, oh, he's back now, so it's just gonna go back to immediately to what it was like beforehand.
That's the feeling I was a little bit worried about.
Yeah, here's some people's a couple people's conspiracy theory about all this.
I mean, I don't want to be a conspiracy theory because Tumblr, they're idiots. Especially this one place I will not say mentioned that Roman didn't have cancer.
Yeah.
Roman faked this, so forth and so forth. You don't know what the hell goes on in your body.
I don't know.
Just stop being a doctor. You are not trained to be a doctor. If you want to go to school to be a doctor, go to school and be a damn doctor. You know, nobody know anyone can. Okay, you've seen Bohemian Rhapsody, right?
I know of it.
Okay.
Like I know the story. It's based on a true story. I know Mercury's story.
Okay, everyone knows Mercury's story. However, I don't want to spoil it. Some of the stuff is inaccurate. Half the time, they didn't find out he was diagnosed with AIDS till later on in his life, and when he was dying, he announced it to the world.
Pretty much at the end of his life.
End of his life. Nobody knew. Now, like I said, I don't want to spoil the movie that often, but in the movie, they had a scene where he was diagnosed, and he took this close with his bandmates before live AIDS. And obviously, it was showing signs. But obviously, we don't know what the heck happened, what was going on with Roman Reigns' body. You know, there's a lot of people that battle breast cancer. They defeat it. Okay, here's a perfect example. My best friend's mother was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2010. She felt something was wrong with her chest, her breast. They were going away. She opted out for a double mastectomy, so just to remove your whole boob. Around 2013, it came back, and it was very bad than before. Around a little bit before my birthday, my friend Ian's mother, as well as my friend Ricky's mother passed away. You don't, like I said, you don't know what goes on with your body. Roman defeated it the first time around, and he knocked it out the second time around, which is 100% good. But as I was saying, you're not doctors. And that pisses me off because my uncle is battling bone marrow cancer. It's called multiple melanoma. And my great uncle passed away from lung cancer. So cancer does run in the family. And my dog Staley died from cancer, which is true too, because he stopped eating. He was going to surgery and it spread. It was just very, very, very disgusting. I don't want to mention the whole thing, but you guys are not doctors. Stop being conspiracy theories, because there's a lot of people that go through this. Just stop it. It breaks my heart to see that shit, and then people nodded off like, okay, yeah, I'm going to listen to you. Okay, next. Like, just try to control the situation. And just tell people to stop, because it could hit home to anybody. Anyone that you know of can have cancer. It's upsetting. And, that's what else I'm going to say, because if I keep talking about it, I'm going to get very, very upset. You still there, Dave?
Yeah, I'm still. That's letting you speak. Yeah. Long story short, basically, Roman came back, stays in remission, so he's cleared. My kind of thought in that, my kind of thought in this is like, good he's back, but my kind of think with this is him coming back going to affect the push to WrestleMania? Like, personally, I think, nothing against Roman, but I kind of think that he shouldn't be. They shouldn't try to shoehorn him into like any of the top title pictures, like the Universal title, anything like that, until after WrestleMania. I think it's like to give him some time to like get back in, get the aura back and all that. They shouldn't try to put him into any pictures into WrestleMania, especially when like all the pictures, all the feuds are pretty much already set up. They're already all the feuds are there. So don't try to shoehorn him into anything.
Right.
But I kind of get the feeling that because WWE's like, hey, the cash cow's back, they might try it. But and also it's like, WWE with PR, they could very easily go like, Kansas Survivor wins, main event of biggest show of the year. They could
Yeah.
very easy. They could very easy. Like I'm not saying that WWE. I'm not saying that don't give Roman something because Cancer Survivor thing and all that. But saying hold have some restraint.
Yeah.
It could be a SummerSlam thing for all we know. I just don't see it as a WrestleMania thing.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. Do not use this as a promotional tactic. Hell, do not even get yourself a Dave Meltzer award for most disgusting promotional tactic. I don't know if the Meltzer awards actually came out.
Well, but the thing is, it's a most disgusting topic. They've done worse. Like remember Eddie Guerrero, 2006.
I just saw it. Hang on. What the hell? Hold on.
Well,
I just saw what they did. Give me 1 second.
Hey?
Excuse me. I'm on Wikipedia right now looking at the awards.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it here.
Oh, Dave found me.
Yep. Are you looking it up? Are you? Oh, I know you got it.
I'm just scrolling down.
Yep.
Every year this happens. Ready?
Yeah, WWE have this have it nailed down.
Mhm.
They've got hang on, where is it? There you go. Most disgusting promotional tactics. They've got yeah. WWE have what is it? 15 of the last 17 years.
Bob Backlund.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
Bob Backlund as WWE champion. Eddie Gilbert broke a neck angle. All right, and they missed that.
Well, actually, no, but actually, don't need to do all of them. There's look at that here. There's a couple of death exploitations, but like
my God.
Yeah, there's a few. It's like the WCCW the twice in 2 years. What's it called? You got 91. You've got having Sergeant Slaughter being an Iraqi sympathizer during the Persian Gulf War. You've got interviewing Brian Pillman's wife the day after he died.
Oh my God.
You got what was it? You've the Eddie Guerrero in 2006. Exploiting Joey Lawler's heart attack in 2012. Paul Bearer in 2013. Bringing up Ric Flair in 2015. They've done bad stuff.
Oh, and as the late George Carlin said, really sick shit.
Yep.
All right, so moving on, but we do not want WWE for this. I swear, if this happens, I'm jumping off a cliff.
There's basically two ways they could do it. There's in a weird way, it's like they could go the quiet way and just like let this be a slow build, and maybe do something after WrestleMania, or they could do what they are going to do. Very possibly. Anyway, well, it's there's 6 weeks until WrestleMania, so we'll see what they do between now and then.
Mhm. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Okay, rest of the show. Was it week 3, I think, of Let's Bury Our Tag Champs?
What the heck is going on?
I mean, first off, they just have Aleister Black and Ricochet team up because they're both call-ups. Black should be a solo guy. Like, his whole gimmick is like, he's kind of like a wanderer, he's a loner and all that. So why have another tag team all of a sudden?
I like both of them, but what the this happens to do with the Dusty Rhodes.
I don't know. Possibly. I don't know.
What the?
It's
I don't.
this is just adding more fuel to the fire of WWE don't know what to do with NXT call-ups.
And WWE wants me to make me shank my head.
Alright. What was it? You had a Corbin backstage segment. I saw someone says this could be planting the seeds for a Roman Reigns Baron Corbin feud, the feud that nobody wants to see. Elias's gimmick, I should have mentioned a couple weeks ago, but his Elias's gimmick is now he gets interrupted all the time. Because here he's like he does his thing in the ring. He gets interrupted by Lacey Evans, whose gimmick is now old school fashion model. I don't know. Then gets interrupted by Ambrose, and yep, I think that leads into Ambrose and McIntyre, because Ambrose asked for it, I guess. That'll actually happen later on. What was it? You got okay, Ronda Rousey and Natalia versus the Riot Squad.
Becky gets arrested.
Huh?
Becky gets arrested.
Well, I saw someone point out that you see the I don't know if it was this I can't remember if it was this show or the last show where it's like she had a security guard, like a plant security guard get in the way. Because, like, oh, you're not supposed to be here because you're suspended and all that. I think an actual security guard actually tried to stop her. It was like, oh, never mind, it's part of the show. Anyway. Yeah, you got Becky Lynch reminding us that she's a thing. She's still here. And that's about it. She gets arrested. If you barely see it, because, whatever. After that, Rousey's in the ring, wants Vince McMahon to show up. Stephanie shows up, and long story short, Rousey wants Becky to be reinstated, and Stephanie's not going to give her that, so Rousey basically just left the title behind. So intrigue.
Intriguing.
Okay. Jinder Mahal has an in-ring segment. Oh yeah, let us say the whole thing about this show, which has been hyping for like 3 weeks, is Ric Flair's birthday, big celebration. Jinder has an in-ring segment saying, he wasn't invited. So he's not happy about that. So he wants to fight anybody who's invited because party pooper? I don't know. Kurt Angle shows up. Long story short, Kurt Angle wins. There you go. Oh yeah, Singh show up. Germans for both of them, and there you go. So pointless.
That was dumb.
That was pointless. A moment of bliss happens, and still waiting to see a moment of bliss segment that actually doesn't show. It doesn't end up being either awkward or cringe-inducing.
Or sexual. Well. Or X-rated.
You're just saying that because Balor's in this one.
Yes. No. Okay, this is what happened. It started out like, congratulations, you won the Intercontinental Championship. The thing was like, I sure did. I'm happy. Like, it's cool. Then this turns into a softcore porno. My focus was on Finn the whole entire time. Alexa was like, the title comes up there as, obviously this is not the first time he wore a title around his waist. Hello, NXT title. Did his X-rated entrance like he used to do. He doesn't do it now. It's PG.
I'm static.
Shit.
Stop it!
You right?
No!
Hello?
Yeah, you're good now. Just don't play with the wire or whatever like that, because it's causing static. Okay,
sorry. So, obviously, mentioned it comes up as ad. Then she goes, you show me your ad. Finn something, you're trying to make me blush. And and it was a little cute right there. Ooh. And she goes, "You show me your abs, and I'll show you mine." And Leo comes out. Corey says the best reaction to have me dying. Because obviously that was my intention to see Finn. And Leo and Leo came out and said something he was better. Basically told Finn off. Finn was like, "You said this, yada yada yada." And Alexa said that he was man enough. It was a ooh. And then obviously Leo accepted the challenge for the Intercontinental title. He walks down to the ring and gets interrupted by Finn again. They have a match. Obviously, people were like, "Oh my God, is Finn hurt?" When he was, and he was actually doing a pretty good job selling. That's a tough MF right there on one knee doing a coup de grace. That shows Finn's champion. Finn wins the match, and and everyone goes happy. We have Happy Megan. But what on earth are they doing with Alexa and Finn? Okay, Alexa, excuse me.
Don't know. Anyway, backstage.
Let me ask this. Why do they gotta sexually exploit her half the time?
How should I know?
I mean, what's the point?
I don't know. Give us something to do.
But listen, you're ridiculous. Exploiting, everyone probably wants to see Finn's abs. Yeah. Well, we always see him most of the time anyway. But it's like, you put a very shy person in a segment that's basically around and flirting. Why do we have to do that? Come on, guys. Come on, WWE. This is not 2000s anymore. Let's go. Chop. Get with the times.
Moving on, because that went too long. Leo lost the IC title match. Lashley shows up, gets mad at him because that should have been Lashley's shot at the IC title. Rush says, "Oh, you can trust me." Then Lashley goes against Strowman. And confusion. Supposed to have a match. There was attacks. I'm looking at it here because I think I missed it. Apparently, a match was supposed to happen. Then just attacks outside the ring, and everyone walks away.
And this is something tells me we're gonna have a 10-person tag team match. Something just tells me that.
Anyway. Rollins has another backstage segment because apparently he showed up in Roman Reigns on the stage and all that, but apparently he's still not cleared to do anything in the ring.
Who?
Rollins, because he's doing a backstage thing, so.
That bored me anyway.
Stop that. You got Ambrose and McIntyre. Oh yeah, Ric Flair shows up. Ambrose and McIntyre. And it's pretty much how a no disqualification match with Ambrose and McIntyre should go. Two tough guys going at it.
McIntyre.
Oh yeah, and Ambrose showing us that he wears 2 belts. Okay. If the first one breaks, you have a backup, I guess. There you go. McIntyre wins. Then you've got the you try to have the 3 guys ambush him. Corbin, Lashley, and McIntyre take out Ambrose. Reigns shows. Actually, Rollins shows up. So I take back what I just said. Then Reigns shows up, and Reigns. They all pretty much clear house. And Reigns does a spear, so he still remembers to do that. So he hasn't forgotten his moveset. There's that.
I do not want to see another shit show.
It'll be the 3rd time in 3 years that they've reunited. Though, I like with Ambrose leaving. It's like, even if there was to be one, it'll be short-lived anyway.
Yeah. But something tells me for some strange reason, this fast lane match is going to be a 10-person tag.
I don't know. We'll see. You got Bailey going against Nia Jax, and Nia did something that I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen more of lately against Bailey. Someone after attacking the inflatable arm guys after the entrance. Why do we not see that? Like, that's like the first time I remember someone actually doing that. Thank you, Nia. Thank you very much. Bailey wins because you can't keep Nia strong for some reason. Okay? Like, could you not have... No disrespect, but could you not have Tamina to lose if you want to do that? Anyway. Then you've got Ric Flair's birthday party. Had Triple H and Steph in the ring. Then you had... on the invited guests were Shawn Michaels, Sting, Ricky Steamboat, Kurt Angle. Like a video package shows up, had a custom belt made, and then bring out the man of the hour, Ric Flair out, and nothing. And then you see Batista backstage. Like, that was it.
And he said, huh?
Yeah. Got your attention now, huh? Huh?
Why was he wearing blue sunglasses off Raw and red sunglasses on SmackDown?
I don't know. Maybe playing off the Blue Tista thing?
I don't know, but here's the thing. That nose ring did not work well on him.
I didn't really notice. I didn't actually notice until someone pointed it out to me.
Yeah, he had a nose ring. I was like, what are you trying to be alternative? I mean, okay, so the last time Batista was like 5 years ago, obviously his heel run did not fare well.
Well, it was because they try to put him in like the main event picture at the absolute worst time. It was like, we want somebody else in there. Okay, we give you someone else, but not who you want. So
I think his heel run's going to be a little bit better.
This will run better because at least it's not, you're not getting in the way of, Daniel Bryan when everybody wants him to be in the main event.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan is obviously champion.
Yeah, on the RDO show.
This is another situation. But
and actually people don't want him to win. Which is oddly enough.
Are going to be more welcoming to Batista at heel this time because, he's very outspoken these days now in the world. I think that he's finally going to get the proper enough with a Triple H. They're going to just leave it up to Triple H versus him possibly at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that seems like I was setting up to. Because Triple H must have a WrestleMania match.
Yeah. I mean, I would rather see Triple H versus Finn.
Ow! Whoa! There we go again. There we go again.
Hello?
Yep.
Alright, is this better?
Yep.
Right. I'll talk to you the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Alright. So
sorry for the technical issues, folks. Jeez.
Alright, so moving on to SmackDown.
Yep. And WWE Championship contract signing was gonna, for Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston, and basically hyping up Kofi big time here, and then Vince McMahon shows up and says Kofi doesn't deserve it, but here's someone that does deserve it: Kevin Owens.
Completely random.
I was talking about how shoehorning Roman Reigns into the title picture on Raw. For this one, I'm not saying to shoehorn Kevin Owens in, but it's just this is just trying to turn this is trying to use a storyline that is working and use it again. Like, this is a copy and paste. Because this is literally what happened with the women.
Yep.
And it's like you've got two people who should, like, everybody wants to have a singles match. And Vince McMahon comes out and here's a third person to put in the match. It is copy and paste. It's like, oh, it's working for Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda. Let's see if we can work it for Brian Kofi and Kevin Owens.
I mean, no disrespect to Kevin Owens here, because I don't know if he's in the tweener situation here in this state.
Even that's confusing.
Huh?
Even that is confusing.
But here's the thing: why did Kofi? You have 2 weeks left. You have a week left to Fastlane. Kevin Owens is randomly put in. Does this put more of the fire into Kofi Kingston?
That is the. I'm guessing that's like what should be happening. Because like even his reaction is like, you know, this is more adversity.
So here's my thing, and I'm gonna probably shoot myself. I'm gonna do an early prediction for this title match. This is gonna go to a no contest. Something tells me Kofi's gonna get involved in here, leading this to a triple threat at WrestleMania, where Kofi finally wins.
Yeah, but it's possible. But even then, it's like, in a weird way, like the way that they do it is like copy and paste, which is not I'm not too fond of. But if they're gonna have Kofi go for the title, I think it's probably better that they don't waste it at Fastlane and have the WrestleMania, because it's just if they're going to have the Kofi win the title thing, which, you know, it's still possible, but I'm still not holding my breath. It would work better if it was his first shot at the title, not counting Elimination Chamber. His first shot at the title as opposed to a second, because what they could have done would be have Kofi lose a Fastlane and then win a Mania, which wouldn't really work. Or it wouldn't work as well as it should. But then again, it's like the original rumors going around was the WrestleMania match was supposed to be Bryan and Owens. My wondering for that is, if that was the case and what that was considered, what changed their mind?
I don't know. Are they saving the Kofi win at WrestleMania? They need to bring back the SOS. I'm going to be 100% honest. They have to bring back SOS Kofi. Nothing towards New Day, but I prefer Kofi with the SOS theme song.
Yeah. And it has been a while.
Yeah. Even though, despite the segment where they were in the time machine. 2009 was my best year.
Okay, so there you go. So Owens comes in, signs a contract, and there you go.
Mhm.
Bars in the ring, they want opponents, and then the Hardy Boys show up.
Hardy Boys reunion point.
Number 567. I guess Matt Hardy's no longer woken.
Yep. He finally woke up.
Probably woke up. He woke up from his wokenness.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. So, Hardy Boys show up and win. So there you go. Wait, hang on. Oh yeah, never mind. For a split second, I was thinking the Bar Tag Champs. No, they're not.
That's the Usos.
Yeah. You had a backstage segment with Lana, Ricochet, and Aleister Black. Apparently, a segment that made no one look good. And And something that surprised me, and actually when I saw it on Twitter before, I actually thought it was like someone put up as a joke. But actually, now that I think about it, it really shouldn't be a joke. Honky Tonk Man's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. To be fair, it's like he is the longest reigning IC champ, so you got that.
CBS Sports reports Honky Tonk Man goes in the Hall of Fame.
And there you go again. You've got ESPN do it last week, and then you got CBS doing it this week. It's gonna be TMZ. It's gonna be TMZ next week. Bleacher Report and what? Hooters website. I don't know.
Bleacher Report, TMZ.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so desperate of WWE to do this every year. It's like instead of us breaking the news ourselves, like we'll announce it, we'll quote unquote leak it to a major news outlet. It's like, hey, they're talking about us. No, you're paying them to say this, so it's the opinion or the appearance.
That's crazy.
It's okay. Okay. R-Truth and Carmella have an in-ring segment. Trial an open challenge. Andrade shows up, and then halfway down the ramp, Rey Mysterio shows up, basically bulldozes them, and he gets in the ring. And then you got the three of them in the ring. R-Truth comes out and basically says, "What would John Cena do?" And it turns into a triple threat. And the ending sequence is Mysterio hits Andrade with 619, and R-Truth rolls up and Mysterio and wins. So,
That's
okay,
crazy.
if you're gonna have him win, do that. And yep, looks like Andrade and Rey are still feuding. You got that. Charlotte shows up, and like I said, someone pointed out, makes no reference to her dad getting beaten up. Like you would have thought, so here's a status report on my dad. He's doing okay after nearly getting murdered. Anyway, Charlotte says Vince picked her to save the main event of WrestleMania, and Becky and Rousey are both afraid of her. And she said she'll be on Raw next week, and hopes that Vince just hands her the Raw title.
Honestly, I don't know why I didn't go to this show instead of the one on 22nd. I think it's a high, by the way. But yeah, this would have been hilarious to see.
It's intriguing. We'll see what they do. I still don't see them taking the title off Rousey because, unless they really want to do something. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. That the match of we don't know what we're doing with anybody here. Nakamura and Rusev against Black and Ricochet. Again, Black and Ricochet wins, and their whole thing is we are teaming up because we're both NXT people. That's about it.
And it's classic.
And it's what?
Dusty Rhodes Classic, people. Ow.
That too, but yeah. AJ Styles on the backstage segment says he's going to pick himself up and step up. Next challenge, Randy Orton walks in and mocks him.
Walks in and clocks him?
And mocks him.
Ugh.
So that. And then, the strange bedfellows match of the feud. Kofi Kingston teams up with the guy that replaced him. To go against Kevin Owens, going against Daniel Bryan and Rowan, and
Owens looks like he didn't miss a beat. He lost. He looks good.
Oh yeah, and the thing is the thing that the thing that like everyone's talking about here is the end of the match.
Stunner!
Stunner! Yeah. Was apparently because of one of the match, I guess that's his finisher now. Though apparently it has been given the Stone Cold salute. So it's okay. You can't complain that they stole the finish or Stone Cold Steve Austin approves of it. So there you go. And that's SmackDown. Oh yeah, and Daniel Bryan got pinned.
Oh yeah, whoa. That
Like,
was an interesting SmackDown
Could,
this week.
could you like? Yeah, it's not as if you don't have somebody in that match that could take the fall and not lose credibility. Like Rowan just came back. You can't possibly have him lose.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that. So that's SmackDown.
That is SmackDown for the week. Alright, just little miscellaneous comments here. Madison Rayne was departed Ring of Honor, is back in Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
I call that.
A part of me was when I saw that, when you leave Ring of Honor, I kind of thought it would surprise me if you see you go back to Impact.
And
but there you go, she's back there. I guess time heals wounds.
Mhm. And obviously her arc, which Sue Young, was pretty good when she came back.
It did say the reason behind the departure was creative differences. So maybe better things in Impact. Continue where she left off.
That is true. And actually, and unlike certain people, she actually praises people.
Anyway.
All right, so I guess that wraps up for our show.
I think so.
All right, guys. So we'll see you guys next week, and hopefully we'll be on time.
Maybe, hopefully.
Yep. All right.
Okay,
thank you, guys.